fine. Who told you that I was broke? Did I tell you that I didn't have money? Okay, so the honest truth is, I was broke. The sapa, it was bad. In fact, if you go to my earlier videos, Adam, my neck was like the neck of an ostrich. I was slim, thin, but in fact, I remember, hearing, you don't have to start with, all the tech. And so, but I kept on like, no, I'm a classy, man. I want to do it in a, nice way. I remember a friend of mine came into the house one day, my house. Who knows Chigol? So Chigol's brother came over and he was like, Aka, you've been talking about this thing for so long. Start. I was like, no, I was earning 60,000 naira a month. So the dream that I had, that I would go to buy laptop, I will buy camera, then I will buy lights, then I will start. He was just like, you are dreaming. Who is going to give you the money? And so he literally opened my laptop, which was like wrecked, old. He had a camera in the middle. He was like, use it like that. And then he literally, those lamps, those LED white lamps that we use instead of lantern, he put it in front of my face. He said, use that as your light source. And literally he said, record something now. And that's how I started. Like, I was shaking, I was angry, but he was like, I'm not going to leave here until you record it. And I recorded the first video. And he made sure that I put it up. It was from that video that I started learning how to edit. I went to YouTube and learned how to edit with iMovie. I was just like, what's the most basic editing tool? It was iMovie at the time, so I used iMovie. So yeah, that's how I started, and I just continued. Of course, did it come with challenges? Because again, like I said, which is the advantage of first movers, advantage. Like, I put out my video, there wasn't anybody doing it at the time. It was only Toke, Sisi, and me, and so on. But I was the first male who started YouTubing, and I had also, because of meeting people and all of that, reached out to somebody that, oh, I'm going to start my YouTube channel soon, but it was a dream. So when I did start my YouTube channel, I just sent an email to Bella Naija and said, hey, I started, this is the link to my first video. It was horrible. I did not believe it, but they posted it on their blog. And boom, people from the first go, like I had like 1,000 views. However, the insults that I got, they insulted me. I cried. I stayed on my bed. I went under my duvet. I was just like, this is a lot for my first one. How could they do this? Because I attached my product, my video, to my identity, to who I was. And I felt like if they were saying the video was bad, then I was bad, or I was a bad person. Of course, I quickly learned how to separate that and grow tough skin. But, the truth is, I read through every single comment on Bella Naija at the time. Bella Naija posted, and then Linda Ikeji posted. Linda Ikeji was the blog in that day. So, a couple of people, like you said, 90% of the comments were good. They were talking about the points that I brought up, because I remember at the time, a certain politician, Bukola Saraki, he was saying he was being witch hunted because they found out that he was hiding money. You understand? So I was like, how are you a witch? How can you say you are being witch hunted? So that was literally what I was talking about, like, nutshell. And so some people were like, yes, this is what we're meant to be asking. This guy is asking the right questions. But there was some people that were just like, we can see the light, you are using fluorescent, Olodo. And but some people were just like, but in all the insults, there were some people who now insulted but gave the solution. So one guy was like, you don't even know how to do this thing. Look at you, you are just coming here we can't even see, the camera is even, if you want your camera to show you better, use natural light. And I was like, natural light, okay, what's that? Where will I buy natural bulb? So I googled and found out that natural light is actually sunlight. And so we decided to move the conversation on creating videos outside in the compound. On that, when the sun was hot, I realized that You know, it made the video quality better. So even if I didn't have like good light, you know, natural light was better. And that's how I just started creating. So from criticism and insults, I realized quickly, like I got over it in like 3 weeks. I started looking for criticism to get better because I was finding the gold there. A couple of people say good stuff and give like criticism, but most of the people that I was learning from were from the insults. And so I started watching more videos and started doing better content. And then that was how somebody who saw what I was doing just felt like he could support and reached out, found a way to reach out to me and just said, I can give you my camera to use. Don't like, just continue using it, you know. And that was how it all started. Like, it was free camera. I mean, I gave it back later on, but for like a year and a half, I was using other people's equipment. Like, they were just like, go, 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 go. Pick random strangers. I literally got into a hotel to film. She opened up her father's hotel. She was just like, I love your content. Come and use our space because your compound is not giving. Come and use our hotel compound, you know? And that was how I continued to do it. I wasn't looking at money. I wasn't getting like money from rep. I just really wanted to use my voice and, you know, connect with people and share my opinions with the world. Later on, success came. Not as much as I wanted, but again, that was not my goal. So yeah, that's how I saw it.
It's funny, I hear these stories over and over and over again from creators around the world. And the origin story is always so interesting. Everybody has an origin story. Everyone started in their living room, started on their floor, in their sad compound. Okay, everyone has a story, and this is a part of yours as well. Another question, please. Oh, she's here, yes.
Hi everyone, my name is Victoria Effiong and my channel name is Craftoria. What we do at Craftoria is that we teach handmade stuff, we teach how to make crafts, how to bead, like literally everything craft. So my question for you, sir, is that I'm hearing you today, I realize that you're a multi-talented person. So now, how are you able to niche down? Because me too, I'm also a multi-talented person and sometimes it gets difficult. I love to crochet, I love to bead, I love to do a lot of things, but I don't know which ones to like focus on at the moment. So I really want to hear that. Thank you so much.
You guys are asking such good questions.
Good question.
Please put your hands together for
Very good
that.
question. Yeah.
I'm gonna respond in a vulnerable way. I'm gonna be vulnerable with you guys because again, like you guys are the new stars, and I want you guys to have as much success as you deserve. Whew. Being a multi-potentialite, if it's not properly handled, can be it can be a disadvantage. It's all well and good when you feel like you're multi-talented, but when it's time to do the work and create your path, it's harder than somebody who knows that this is the only thing I want to, I go die here. When you have so many interests, and then not just interests. I've seen people that they'll say, I'm an artist, I'm a music artist. They say, oh, you're singing. Like, when that's crazy. But when you know you can do it, like, that's hard. When you're a good actor, when you're a good singer, when you're a good writer or storyteller, when you're a good analyst, oh my God, where will you start? And so for a long time, that was my struggle. And it held me back for so many years. I saw so many of my friends move forward and make decisions in life, and I just couldn't move forward because I didn't know what I wanted to do, which one to do first, how to start, what if I make the wrong choice in all these things? Because again, like, I just felt like I don't want to miss it. But the truth is, I realized that I was missing out by just not moving forward and being afraid and feeling that I wasn't even good enough for some of the things that I felt like I could start in. And so you guys, community is everything. Like having people in your life that will constantly tell you, you can do this, you have to do this. Like, I remember friends would come into my office and they would say, Aka, why are you here? I was, in the office, doing well. I was good at my job, but they all knew I was not meant to be here. Like, they would just be gisting and they would just be like, Aka, you did waste for this place. Then my manager called me one day and I was like, you're bigger than this place. That was when I went home. I was like, my life, God help me. And I was just living my life. I wasn't doing anything to show anybody anything. But guys, I started to talk with people and ask for, I connected with Ike Osaki Odua and people like that were just ahead. And I didn't go after them like, oh my God, I want to, do everything you're doing. Oh, can I get your number? No, if I see them at a spot, like Ike was in the game, like he used to be called Wild Child. Those days he was in radio. And I just saw him at an event and I was just like, what do I do? Like, I went straight to the point. I didn't say, can I get your number? He doesn't know me. He doesn't care about me. I just need wisdom now. And I asked him, and he said, if you are multi-talented, start with anyone first. Anyone. You're good at everything, right? So if you choose one first and grow with that, the truth is, what we fail to realize is that all our gifts are connected. They're all linked. One go pull the other one up. So when I started YouTubing, people began to see that, this boy, he's so funny and he's so endearing. People fell in love with me and it opened doors for me to come for auditions. And then because again, I had started from, being on TV, hosting a TV show. It gave me oh my God, guys, you don't even want to hear the story of how I started in TV. It was a fail. Like, my audition was horrible, but somehow I got the job because of attitude. The guy who got the job got fired because he was talented but didn't have good attitude. So they were like, we saw raw talent during the auditions, let's get that guy, we'll train him. So they took a chance on me, trained me. I was now able to gain confidence in front of the camera. Then started out YouTubing. From YouTubing, people saw me, invited me for auditions for movies. And then from there, I became even bigger and better. I then also started to do other things that I was interested about. Look, from there, I just started, from film, YouTube, from YouTube, theater. I just had time, because again, as a new actor, I realized that I wasn't getting called every freaking week or every month. So what I would do was, I would then share all my responsibilities. Okay, maybe this month is the peak period for acting. Next month, when I see something don't do, I will start entering other opportunities in other interests that I had. So I think that you can always do everything you want to do, but start with one first. That one will clear the pathway for other people to see other talents and make other, giftings rise to the table. So just start with one. Anyone. And be focused on it.
Yeah, 100%. I think we are going to transition. Thank you so much for that. Oh, I did have one thing too. Do you guys know the phrase, a jack of all trades? Master of none? Does anybody know the whole quote?
Yeah, right, the whole quote.
A jack of all trades, but a master of none, oftentimes is better than a master of none. To his point, you have to start somewhere. You have to do something.
So sorry.
You wanna go for it?
But now hear what you talk. Some people don't get the phone there, Abi. Adam, it's not as if they are not responsible. They know they hear you. So what he said was, jack of all trades, master of none is oftentimes better than what?
A master of
the
none.
master of none. That's the full quote. But our parents, or maybe it was colonial masters, only took half and told us jack of all trades, master of none. It's a big lie, So yeah.
Love y'all. That was amazing. Was that not good? Is this man not phenomenal? Thank you all so much. So we're actually going to transition into the next thing.
Right.
And to do that, I'm going to exit the stage. Thank you all so much for your time. I appreciate you. Truly, truly, truly love you. And I'll be outside. Please make sure to come up to me.